good? It's your boy, Mr. Yeauhhhhhh. You know, we out here right now. It's 2 days after the marathon, and some people asked me for, they wanted a post-marathon vlog, so I'm going to hit you with a quickie right now, okay? First off, I want to thank Evanston girls and boys cross-country team. It's always a pleasure of mine to make it to about mile 17. For those of you who don't know, they volunteer, pass out water and Gatorade. So I always, even if it's only for 10 seconds, I feel like a celebrity. I feel like a rock star. So I tell people to raise the roof, and it's just a good moment. It feels good. It's something that's it's just something that just stays in my heart, So, real recognize real. So shout out to the girls and boys cross country team for the support. Marathon overall, enjoyed it. Didn't quite run my best time, but I had a really good time. The first 24 miles. Last 2.2, I couldn't really. My hip flexors got tight, so I couldn't lift my knees. So it felt like it was. Oh gosh, so I felt like it was a bad dream when you're trying to run and you're not really going anywhere. So yeah. So last 2 miles, I had some self-doubt start to creep in. I asked myself, I was like, what am I doing with my life? Why am I here? So it happens to everybody, and I love running, and it even happens to me. So I'm just trying to show you that it's okay to feel that way sometimes. Not all the time. All the time there's a problem. All right. So that was dope. The race, I made some friends. That's what's special about running is like you can make friends, or at least I call them my friends. Maybe they don't feel the same way, but yeah. During the race, the way I met my first friend is I looked kind of down, and I saw that he had these like bulging calves, and I was just like, nice calves. I know it sounds kind of odd, but just it helped me take my mind off of the race, because some students ask me, or people ask me, what do you think about for over 2 hours? And you try to really get in the zone or take your mind off of things. So I probably stared at his calves for about 3 or 4 straight miles. So shout out to the guy with the calves. So it was funny that about at mile 13, I decided to move away from the calves. And I realized that as I was moving away, my leg, so I kept on clipping, muscle spasm, I'm still a little tight, so I gotta I can't, drop the camera. So anyways, I kept clipping an athlete that was behind me, so they were in my zone, in my bubble. I didn't really appreciate that. So I looked around, I gave the guy a look, like I was like, alright, it's more like this. Alright, hold on. It's more like, I was like, what are you doing? And I realized that as I was clipping, there were 4 or 5 other people behind him. They were all drafting off me because it was windy. So I was like, oh, they're using me. Oh, alright, they didn't even ask for my permission. So I didn't sign a consent form. See, I didn't sign a consent form. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I did? Let me show you what I did. Alright, so imagine this is the road. Imagine that the person's behind me. So I pull one of these. And then I slowed down, so then everybody behind me, they moved up. And then we did that a couple of times, and then we finally decided that we should take turns. And it worked out. And I left my friends at mile 13 because I thought, all right, I need to go faster. You know who I saw at mile 21? Both of my friends. The one with the calves, and there was another dude, and I was like, let's go, buddy. And the guy with the calves turns around, he's like, he didn't know that I was his buddy, so he didn't understand it. But then the other guy we gave each other some dap. And then we ran together for the next 3 miles. And at mile 24, I was like, goodbye. And that's where pain started to kick in. But I really enjoyed it though. I had a really good time. I'm going to try to do it every year now. It's just hard to describe. You just have to try it at least once. Just the support. People don't even know me and they're saying, go Wild Kids. Go Evanston. There's that dude. There were some people that saw me twice. There's that tall dude that's always smiling. I can hear that. See, I can hear what people say. So it's a good feeling. So shout out to all those that were able to do the marathon, and especially those that supported. My next marathon will be Boston Marathon in April, so I don't know how I'm going to train in the winter here in Chicago, but you'll see me outside. If you want to ever join me on a run, just, I don't mind, I run at any pace, so just holler at your boy. With that, I wanted to keep this pretty brief. I think I'm going to start creating videos to get people into running. I realize a lot of people ask me, how do you like running so much? So I feel like part of my goal is to kind of share how I've learned to love running, because it's therapy for me, and I think everybody could use some therapy. It's my therapy. So, that's all I got. Hallelujah, holla back. We out here, man. Do that homework.